Welcome back. HART Sapphire Series 2021 semi-final day, game number 2. It's the major semi. Brisbane North Cougars 14-0, protecting an undefeated record, taking on the QUT Netball, who sit in second place. The winner through to the big dance in a week and a half's time. The loser comes back to the prelim final on a Wednesday night. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, we saw an absolute belter of a knockout semi-final. This one shapes to be just as good.
Oh, look, I'm so excited for this one. I've got to say, I called the last one completely wrong, so I'm almost a little bit nervous for this one. But look, Cougars have been looking in fine form all season. I don't expect them to drop that today, so I'm going to go ahead and early and call it Cougars by 15.
Cougars by 15, that's the call, nice and early. Earlier today we had Thunder and the Jets took it on. We thought Jets would win. We thought it'd be close, but the Thunder, in maybe an upset, 49-43, they lead it by 6. So the big game here, will winner go straight through the grand final. We've got a special guest joining us in the commentary. We're going down to Gemma Maimai with Kelly.
We're about to get underway with our major semi-final between Cougars and QUT, but before we do, we have a very special guest, current Queensland Firebirds player and dynamic mid-quarter, Gemma Maimai. Hi, Gem. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
The Firebirds this year, they came home strong in the second half, so it was quite a great turnaround, narrowly missing the coming in fourth. What was your take on the season?
Yeah, we had a really strong end to the season, which was great. Just left our run a little bit too late, unfortunately. We had a bit of a slow start, but then we found our groove about midway through the season. Just worked in our connections with everyone, and just left our run a little bit too late because we did, gain momentum towards the back end of it.
And you're here supporting your sister Lisa, who plays for Brisbane North Cougars. So having played in this series yourself, what advice would you give to any upcoming players who'd like to get into playing elite netball?
Yeah, I think for the girls at this level, I think just to stick at it and just continue to have fun and continue to learn, because with our training partners, they got a lot of court time this season for us because we had a few injuries here and there. So like Lise, my sister, who really wants to, she loves a netty, which is great, and our training partners as well who are playing tonight, they've stuck with it and had fun and learnt from the best, and they've been you're having fun and making lots of memories.
And would it be cheeky to say, who do you think's the hot tip to win today?
I want to be pretty neutral, but I've got a soft spot for the Cougars just because of Lisa. But I'm hoping that it's a tight game. So yeah.
Great. Thank you, Gemma. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Millsy.
And great to see future Diamond Gemma Maimai there for supporting your sister, secretly wanting the Cougars to win, and I understand that. So let's see the lineups. We've been handed the lineups, and there is some late news in the lineup. Riley Holland, captain and shooter of the Cougars, is out. She has sustained, I think it's the knee with the tendonitis that we were talking about all year. She's been replaced by Martina Riekers. Mia Stow will join her in the shooting circle. Leaves a mid-court of Lisa Maimai, Macy Gardner and Vivian Fitzpatrick. They've been rock solid all season. The super impressive Ruby Bakewell-Doran with the equally impressive Remy Camo are the defending circle. That leaves a bench of Lossa Numata, Naomi Fitzpatrick and a late inclusion, Bianca Catalini. Coached by Liz White, assistant Amanda Vanderwall and manager Natalie Jarrett. There's the QUT side, the new franchise in the league. They finished second, coached by Paula Stewart. Alicia Adams-Tahara, she is the shooter. Riley Batchelor, the goal attack. Keisha Grant is the wing attack. Helena Veve is the centre and captain. Danielle Taylor, wing defence. Lenora Misich, goal defence. Lily Gribble is the keeper. Leaving a bench, Dakota Newson, Nadia Roselli, who's come up from the Ruby, and Sopo Limalama Tutayama Elsop. Assistant coach Shanoa Stockton and Sky Cater is the manager. Hannah D, there's the two teams. You got any key matchups in this one?
I absolutely do. For me today, it's the Battle of the Birds in Helena Vivi and Macy Gardner. Yes, thank you. Look, to me, those two centres are the huge barometers for their sides. Helena played the full 60 minutes in the final Firebird season game and did so really seamlessly. She's definitely capable of winning this matchup, but then Macy Gardner, whole season, has barely missed a beat. So two very consistent players, very experienced. They've got the Firebirds on their resume. I think whoever wins that battle could lead their side today.
Well, these two teams opened the season way back in round one. They played in the final game of round one. Cougars late, they pulled away late and won that one 64-57. The second time round was again on my birthday in June, 67-48. Cougars won that one. They are undefeated 14-0. Finals head-to-head, well, they've never met. QUT, first year in the league, but lifetime for finals. Cougars have played 4 games over the previous 2 years, and they've won 3 and had a shock loss in the 2019 grand final. That's where they finished on the ladder. It's 1v2, 235 points, 40 clear of QUT. Percentage, look at the goals for, 955. That is super impressive in 14 games of netball. That's an average of, wait for it, 70.1 per game. They are so far in front as the leading volume of scorers in the league. It's second place is way back. I'm just trying to find second place. 57.7, the Jets. So we mentioned earlier today the Thunder and the Jets played. They Thunder 49-43. We also had a Ruby game going on. The Jets had a bit more success in that one. They won that one 61-41 over the Panthers. And so the Jets will go on in that one. The Thunder go on in the Sapphire series. So the umpires for this one, this is the big game. And we have some of the best umpires in the country. Cara Wennerbaum, Carly Farthing, and Jess Lakeman is the reserve. The toss is being taken on screen now. Ruby Bakewell-Doran called one of them, heads or tails. And I'd say it's won by QUT Veve, and Ruby Bakewell-Doran wants to go left to right. So they'll be heading towards the entrance of this impressive building. Just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place, the Turrbal and the Juggerah people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today. Everything's in readiness. The announcers calling the teams out. Hannah D, you call the Cougars by 10. If it's to be the QUT side, where do they win it?
Oh, it's a tough question. I think it's got to be in the defense. Riley Batchelor and Alicia Adams-Tahara are both just so strong on the shooting end. And they'll be coming up against two of the best, if not the best, defenders in our league, Remy Camo and Ruby Bakewell-Doran. So whoever wins in that area of the court, I think it's going to win the match.
So there's the umpires. Everything's in readiness. The players are on the court. We just need a ball to get us going. And we should be cracking shortly. Cara Wennerbaum has the ball. So that's her hands you can see on screen right now.
They don't call it netball for no reason, Millsy.
Oh, nothing gets past you, Hannah D. Just like to take this opportunity to thank our principal's partner, HART Sports, our major partners, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade. Drinking a fair bit of that Mount Franklin stuff today. And of course the official partners, Bondavite and Strap It. All the brilliant pictures you're seeing and the new tricks we've got today are being brought to you by Double Take Sports. They are the best in the live streaming business. If you need something, get onto them post-haste. So I'm going to tip. There you go, QUT. QUT by 2. Yep, I'm calling it.
There we go. It's almost like you're employed by QUT.
Absolutely I am. I'm contractually obligated to say that. So the ball back with Lolita Veve gets us underway for the QUT side. They're in the orange going right to left. They just called QUT Netball. We started a campaign to get them known as something. It didn't work.
The Tangerines.
So we're going to call them the Tangerines. There you go.
No, it's definitely not. Please, no one.
They should get Yellow Cab sponsorship, shouldn't they? You know?
They really should.
So, and of course, QUT, the Cougars, the undefeated side, that's they're going red and black going left to right of your screen. So first turnover belongs to QUT, and it sets up an opportunity. Gardner finds Stour. She'll bring the power today, shoots and scores, and immediately the turnover is converted, and it's 1-0 to the Cougars. Not the best start for QUT there, Hannah.
No, it's not, but look, we're only a minute in. No time to prep yet.
No time to panic?
Yes. Martina Rikas, she'll have to step up today. Obviously, Riley Hollard was who we were expecting to take court. I'm sure she's known for a while now that she was in this starting 7.
Well, no, we got the team. I got the team sheets really late last night, and she was not in. Yeah, she wasn't in then.
You never know, though. It's a tactic in sport to do the late out.
You're a suspicious person, Hannah.
I am a suspicious person.
Speaking of shooters, Rika's, she comes into this game 327 out of 431. She's at 76%. Riley Holland, this is the big one, 256 from 286. She actually fought away to number 1 in accuracy at 90%.
Bakewell Doran there just got a hand on it early.
Indeed, Bakewell Doran, she'll play a big part in this game. Of course, made a debut for the Firebirds 2 games ago.
She did. Oh, and she was fantastic. She also played a fair bit of the final game of the season and was picked among netball commentators as the next kind of big thing for the Firebirds. And I'm not surprised one bit.
And Helida Verver got a run in the Firebirds last game, I believe, as well.
She did, yeah.
Came on.
Full 60 minutes, wing defence. She was also really solid. And, of course, we should note the team did win. So it was a good game.
So we're going to say it was all because of Ruby and Helida?
Absolutely, I am.
The other 8 players didn't count.
No.
Not you, Romelda.
Speaking of Romelda, we are graced by netball royalty with Romelda and Janelle in the stand. Of course, Jam and Mai's here too. So Leonora Misa has just gone down clutching the knee.
This is not a good sign. She's called timeout. She has grabbed her right knee. Remembering she's come back from 2 knee recos, 1 on each knee. This is, we're just praying and hoping that this is not as serious as it's looking at the moment. She is still on the ground.
I'm praying that it's just shock. We know she's had those knee issues, so I'm hoping it's just cautionary, but it's
absolute hush across this arena right now. The physio's with her, and we need the towel coming out, and we just hope this is nothing serious. That's the QUT bench. She's a massive part of this side. So, of course, they've got the youngster on the bench from the Ruby side. That is Nadia Roselli.
Danielle Taylor switches into goal defence.
Hang on, she's up. She's weight bearing. That is a big positive, having hurt my knee a few times.
Thank God.
If you can weight bear, that's usually a really big positive. She's going to come off because that's the rules. I think the quite large crowd here breathe a massive sigh of relief. And I think she'll just run that off. And, yeah, she's just going to the physio. I think she's going to be okay. She's not even limping if you look at her going off. Might be, as you said, shock.
Yeah, I am so relieved to see that. Nadia, I don't believe, has made her debut in the Sapphire yet.
I can't recall.
I haven't seen her this season myself.
I thought maybe one game she got on for a little bit. Or was in the team, might not have taken the court. So it works here. The turnover goes to QUT. They fire it down with a rapid transition. Taylor with it there, has to pause. Mai with the contact. So, did you get yourself a photo with the Firebirds before?
I have not.
I know you're a bit of a fangirl.
I'm definitely a fangirl. I'll be teeing that up later.
So, 3-2 Cougars early stages, trying to hang on to this undefeated record, 14-0 going into the finals. The winner straight through the grand final, which is on Tuesday week. And the preliminary final is next Wednesday. Thunder already there. Who will they play? Will be the loser of this one. And what a shot there from Bachelor from range. We're watching here. There goes. Oh, it just buckled. The right knee buckled. That was horrible on the replay. Missa, she grabbed it, but the way she walked off, they're doing the test now. We can see in the corner of the court, they're doing all the normal tests you do. As Alicia Adams-Tahara gets another goal. 4-3 in favour of QUT. So, ball with Mai. Back to Stour. Both sides have settled well here. It's quite a high-quality game at this moment. Gardner with it. Finds Rikas, the coolest cat in the game.
Such a clever hold there.
And boom shagalaga 4-all, and we've played 4. This game's shaping up to be good. Oh, loose hands there. Grant gets pickpocketed there by Fitzpatrick first. And, Gardner brilliant onto the circle. Rikas turns as casual as you like and scores another one. So we're at 5-4 in favour of the Cougars. The big news is Riley Holland out for the game. Hopefully back for the prelim if they need it. And hopefully definitely back for the grand final if they go straight through. So been nursing knee tendonitis all year. So back with the Cougars now. Oh, well done by Rika. She keeps it in, but Verver picks it up. So all loose hands. Oh, it's a loose pass. And again, Fitzpatrick. We've talked about it being the unsung hero of this Cougars side all season. Does well. Oh, loose pans here. No, it falls the way of Rika. She gets a contact call. It looks like Gribble's gone to goal defence. Or is that... No, Taylor's gone to goal defence, yeah?
She has.
Yep,
Yeah,
Taylor at goal
Gribble's still
defence.
keeper.
And Roselli is on at wing defence. So not too big a disruption.
No, and certainly not in this attacking end, which is probably slightly more important end in this particular lineup. Batchelor, first miss for her.
Shoots long, didn't go in. So that's a great matchup, her and Ruby Bakeldora, and both Firebirds training partners. How good is that?
Oh, so good. Such young superstars. I have no doubt that those two in particular will both be signing contracts with Super Netball clubs very soon.
So, ball with Cougars. They lead it by 2.
Rika's again, beautiful hold. Doesn't even notice Danielle Taylor underneath her.
We called Catalini, played her first game. We were on together for that one, and we didn't know much about her. But when she came on, a little bit rusty, but in the second half of that game, they actually didn't bring Rika's back on.
It's actually just amazing how well the Cougars, they just bring on literally anyone and they just blend in perfectly. So you wouldn't know that she hasn't played a game at this level in quite a while.
Danger signs here. It's 8-4 in favour of the Cougars, and we've only played just on 7 minutes. And as the Cougars do, if you make an error, they tend to make you pay. So there is Alicia Adams-Tahara. Let's look at her figures coming into this one. She is 422 out of 477 at 88%. She's number 2 by volume behind Charlie Bell, and number 2 on accuracy behind Riley Holland, who's not playing this one. So that's a pretty nice target to have in your side there, Hannah.
Oh, look, Alicia Adams-Tahara is so talented, so consistent. She's such a steady player. Physical.
Yep, you're right, yeah.
Everything.
So let's look at Batchelor. She's 276 from 368 at 75%. And I'd say most of those 276 have come from a fair way out.
Yeah.
She doesn't like the easy shot, nice and close.
Yeah, and the thing about Batchelor too is that she's just a pressure player. Like, she lives for these finals moments. She loves stepping up, and you could see her before holding the 1 in her hand. We know, of course, symbolises for QUT being a family. That's
it, indeed. So Mia Stour, of course, just to finish those stats, 285 out of 349. So she is at 82%. So there she is there scoring on cue. Remy Camo on the screen there. Let's look at the replay. Camo just read that like the proverbial phone book and just picked it off beautifully. They swing across. Oh, loose pass. Gribble had a crack.
Left Mia Stour all alone.
Stour gets another one. It's now a 6-goal margin. This is what the Cougars do. You turn it over, they score on you. Then they score on the next centre pass. In the blink of an eye, we've called it 100 times this season. You're down by 10.
They don't miss a beat, and as soon as someone starts higher, they just bring on another superstar from the bench. So the question of the entire season has been, how do you beat the Cougars?
Yep, and if you could bottle that, you'll be a rich person in this league. So Bakeldora will...
Can I make a comment?
Of course.
I'm going to start a petition. I'm thinking Cougars as the 9th team in the Super Netball.
Yes, a second franchise out of Brizzy.
What do we think?
Well, we're an Olympic city, so why shouldn't we? Should have 2 teams. So ball's still with the Cougars.
I dare say they'd have a hot crack at that.
Well, if you could get the funding right, why couldn't you have a crack at it?
If anyone's listening that has the funding,
I'm a bit short. maybe
won't be asking Millsy then.
Our Double Take Sports could sponsor it. You know, they're doing all right out of us. Shake of the head there from my executive producer. So 12-5, it's Cougars by 7, and again they've just created a turnover. Looks like they've scored off it, and they're looking to answer with their centre pass. Has there been a missed shot for the Cougars yet?
1 from Stour and 1 from Rika's, so barely missed a beat.
So 13 out of 15 for the Cougars. That's impressive. And a loose pass here from Grant. It goes over the baseline. Looking on the bench, Lenora Missa, she's got the towel on. It seems like she's wiping tears from her eyes. It might not be as positive news as we'd hoped. So she's sitting on the bench next to Sopo Lima Lama Tutayama Alsop.
That shot from Batchelor should hopefully put a bit of relief in her for her team.
It was a Mizuno momentum shift. Rika's scores again, 14-6. The margin is 8. We've played just before 10 in the first quarter of the major semi.
Keisha Grant offside.
The old right-left shoe just went offside.
She'll make a switch up with young gun Dakota Newson, one of the youngest player in this competition.
Did you see the pass there from Fitzpatrick to Bakal Doran? It had some curry on it. And Bakal Doran, I don't think anyone else could have got that. So, ball back to the Cougars.
Oh, there she goes, just straight over the top. Oh, Halita gets her hand on it just before Gardner.
So, again, more Firebirds training partners clashing. So, QT need to settle it. They need to score here. It's their centre next. Oh, Bakal Doran, got a hand on it. QT looking to score on the base. They missed her. Batchelor drove the base beautifully and does it again. This time she drove to the top, opened it up for Adams Tahara. Nice play by Batchelor. She won't get any credit for that, but that really was her goal. So 15-7, back to 8. QT with it now. The youngest player in the league coming on early in the first. Is surprised Hannah D.
Oh, a little bit. I was expecting to see Grant on for longer, but the score disagrees with me, so a change was needed.
So Adams Tahara, sorry, that was Batchelor, gets us back to a 7-point game. Cougars with it. Gardner and Maimai have got it on a string at the moment outside the circle. Stour, brilliant play. This is great play by the Cougars. Such patience in the offense and at the highest quality.
Martina Reek is that goal shooter for the Cougars. She will just shoot from anywhere and without any doubt in her mind. That is so dangerous in a game like this.
Adams Tahara brilliantly pulls it in, steps in, can't get the goal, gets the contact call instead. And she gets another one. How's she shooting? High stats, I'd imagine.
Adams Tahara, 100%.
100%. I'm shocked.
No shock there.
I'm shocked. So, Stour with it. So, again, it becomes a volume game. If they can get it to Adams Tahara more, then they've got an opportunity here to bring it home. Speaking of superstars, there's Katie Walker saying g'day to us. So, another goal there to QUT. They keep the margin at 8, 17-9. Cougars got this jump on them. They average 70 a game, and they look like they're going to tap in around 20 in the first quarter in a final. That's remarkable.
Insane, really.
It's remarkable.
Insane. Speaking of insane, Millsy, we're seeing a lot of famous faces around the netball courts today.
Are we seeing?
Well, Katie Walker, I'm sensing is some scouting being done.
It's actually, yeah, you're probably right there. Of course, she's one of the assistants with the Firebirds.
I dare say I'm right.
And she is the Sapphire coach.
She absolutely is our new Sapphire team. Of course, we have had the news that the competition won't be running as
one venue.
Hoped. Yeah.
And they're trying to regionalise it. Is that my understanding?
I believe the intent is that the girls just get as much game time as possible rather than focusing on an overall winner. So there is, of course, the new Sunny Coast team and the Sapphires. So plenty of Queensland talent on display.
Indeed. Can I just say, Riley Batchelor is doing a ton of work at the moment. She is going from side to side, trying to open that circle up for Adams Tahara. She gets the ball on that occasion. She is running a dead set marathon right now. She should have been, in Tokyo last week.
Yeah, and of course, when you're up against the competition's best goal defence, it's easy to see why you'd be doing so much work.
They definitely want to get the double team off Adams Tahara, so unfortunately she's just going to have to keep doing it. So just keep going, Riley. so 18-10, they've stopped the Cougars pulling away. So we've settled here, QUT, so that's a positive. Oh, and as I speak, Macy Gardner knows she's called for the contact. Roselli gets us going again, and away we go through QUT. Onto there. Finds Newson. This youngster, she's playing like a veteran.
Batchelor, look at the distance from that. Can't quite make it sink.
A bit too far. 18-10. We've got a minute to play in the first quarter. They really would like to stop this. If they go 10 down at quarter time, that's tough. And there it is. The Ruby player coming into the Sapphire side. Roselli does well. They fire it across. There it is. Newson again. And, again, Batchelor did beautifully. She opened it up just enough. Took Bakal Doran with her. And that made it easy for Adams Tahara. We're back to 7. A stop here would be useful. And there it is. Veve, the captain, answers. Newson with it. They've got to score here. And they do. Well, they get an opportunity, I should say. Veve on the circle. Bachelor door again.
She is just running a marathon today, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. I hope she's done some training in the COVID break. She's been knackered.
Millsy, I dare say she has been.
So we've got, oh no.
Oh, Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, we've got 8 seconds still with QT. Vere with it. Bachelor needs to get it in. Finds Adams Tahara, 2 seconds. She turns, she shoots, it counts.
Oh my God.
Calls it. We're back to a 5-pointer, 18-13. QUT, they fought hard. It was as much as 8. They're back to 5. And whew, what have we just seen there, Hannah D?
Oh, this is some good stuff. Adams Tahara hasn't missed a shot. And that last shot, my goodness, what a match we're in for.
Second quarter coming up. The QUT side on a roll. We'll be right back after these messages.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back. It is the major semi-final in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021, brought to you by HART Sports. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, QUT, they started well. They had a shock injury to Lenora Missa. Cougars got a run on, but the QUT side fighting back, and it's only 5 the margin at the moment.
Yeah, look, it's been some pretty great play from QUT. They're having to take a lot more risks than the Cougars, of course, because they are behind. But it's paying off so far. Adams Tahara, 100%, hasn't missed a beat. Bachelor, 7 from 9, still really strong. Over in the other end,
How's Rika's going? She's on screen right now. A bit of a highlights package there.
Doing very well, 12 from 13, 92%. She's just stepping up, and in this, you know, she's just been pushed up into the Sapphire from last year in the Ruby, and she's just absolutely taking it in her stride.
She's the coolest cat in the comp, and she's leading her side there. Late call in, Riley Holland, of course, is injured. She's out for this one. Hopefully back, if required, on Tuesday, if not for the grand final. Oh, there's some famous faces in the crowd there. Right there on the screen for you.
Oh, yeah. As I was talking about, Romelda Aiken and Janelle Fowler there.
Speaking of cool cats,
yeah,
two of the coolest.
There you go. Both out for the season, of course. Fever knocked out. Unfortunately for Queensland, it's an all New South Wales final coming up for us.
Dirty Southerners. They come up here, they give the COVID to everyone, and then they come up here and steal our title.
I guess they've got to have something this year, don't
they? Yeah, we'll let them have that. So what other stats you got for me? What's the conversion turnovers there? How's that going?
Turnover conversion, actually better from QUT, 88%. 64 for the Cougars, but the main difference is the centre pass conversion, and Cougars are just dominating that, 87%, and crazily 95% circle entry conversion. So as soon as it gets to the circle, they're pretty much guaranteed a point.
Don't forget, you can join us on all the socials, and of course the big one is the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page, and you can drop us a comment. There's a few familiar faces there. Hello, Bronny. I know her extremely well. And from down the coast, she'll be supporting Alicia Adams Tahara. And you can give us a comment. Tell us who you think will win. Tell us where you're watching from. We love it when people from overseas call in and let us know where they're watching. So, of course, the Cougars, the undefeated Cougars, they only lead this one by 5. They had it their own way early. QUT have fought back. And is the upset on the cards? And they get a turnover straight away here, the QUT side, Hannah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an air ball or if that was a hand from Gribble. I'm going to give Gribble the credit there.
Don't call it him.
And I also don't think Martina Rikas would dare shoot an air ball.
No,
so
she would not.
We'll go with Gribble there. So Bachelor works back to Veve. Dakota Newsom staying on. So Keisha Grant still on the bench. Misa's got a lot of ice.
Right knee. That is not a good sign. That is a serious knee, serious amount of ice on that right knee. Of course, the horrible news for her is she's come back from 2 knee recos. So fingers crossed it's just a strain, but we saw the replay. It didn't look good.
All thoughts and prayers are going her way.
Yeah, absolutely. We hate that. We saw Bella Sorby do it in the grand final last year. There's nothing worse than when you do your knee. So, and of course, there's been a lot of injuries. A couple of coasties and your favourite player, Coughlin, hurt her knee. Not as serious as that.
That really hurt me this season. She's, of course, on the sideline supporting her team. Thankfully for the Cougars, they still have Bakewell Doran and Remy Kamo.
It's a tough game we play. If you're listening, Ricky, it is a very tough game. And
there she goes,
Kamo nearly got it called. Now let's talk about Bachelor. She has done a mountain of work. Can she maintain it for this whole 60 minutes?
She has, and it's a really important question you're posing there, Millsy.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're welcome. She's actually shot the same amount as her goal shooter, Adam Stahara, so she takes on a huge workload, but you're exactly right. That isn't sustainable for the 60 minutes.
We were on air together, I think, round 11, and I said to her, because like everyone knows I'm with QT, so I said to you, I've seen her at training. She is brewing for something big. Maybe today's the day. So the amount of work she's doing right here is incredible. So margin still 6, 20-14. QUT have not only stopped the Cougars running away with it, they've started to eat into this lead. So this is exciting stuff for them. 18-13 was the quarter-time score. Bachelor misses. Adam Stahara can't get it.
Another miss from her, so it'll be interesting to see whether we move on Sopoli Malama.
She might come on at shooter or GA maybe. So we'll see. She's done it a few times. They've used it to freshen Bachelor up. And given that we both agreed she ran a marathon in the first quarter, she might need a little bit of freshening. As Arikas gets another one. It's now a margin of 7, 21-14, 5 at the quarter-time break. Stour hasn't done a lot today, but it's been the Arikas show early on. The last thing we want is to see Stour get more involved. The Cougars could run away with it. Oh, great take there by Newson.
Straight into Bachelor. She'll want to get closer. She's taken a few long ones.
There it is again, that clearing drive of hers. It's working well for QUT, isn't it?
Certainly is. Adam Stahara, 8 from 8 now, so she's the go-to girl. Get it to Adam Stahara would be my direction right now.
Well, we talked pre-game about how important Adam Stahara is. She missed that one there, but she's just such a... she doesn't miss. She's 88%. That's incredible. So 422 or 477 coming in today's game. So away we go again through Macy Gardner this time. Oh, Adam Stahara, defensive prowess there, using her height and reach. My, the big one to Stour, beautifully positioned in the pocket. And there's Stour again. Oh, we said she might heat up, and she is. And again, does the drive beautifully. Took 2 defenders with her, opened up for Rikas. That goal belongs to Stour. And nervous signs here. It's up to 7. The biggest lead's been 8. QUT had it twice in the first quarter. Sorry, Cougars have had it twice in the first quarter. And back with Cougars again, Rikas. That's her favourite spot. Proves me an absolute liar. She misses one she has got all season. And QUT with the rebound. Here they go in transition. They're trying to grind it out here. Roselli looks like she's going to play some big minutes. I don't think we'll see Lenora miss her again tonight. So.
And look, that is a pretty big loss for QUT. She has been so spectacular in the defense for them, especially in recent rounds.
Again, Bachelor working incredibly hard. She would, in rugby league, that hard working index. If we had one of them, she'd be miles in front of it.
She certainly would be.
I won't name the sponsor. I nearly let it slip out. So 22-16, and again the QUT. Oh, can she keep it in? Adam Stahara, she did beautifully. Little twinkle toes on the baseline. Bachelor comes out.
Newson looking a little stuck. Has to go in. Kamo all over that.
The idea was right, but Kamo just that little bit better, read it well. And Rika's refeeds. That's something you don't see often.
Certainly isn't. She's usually just a grab it and go girl.
Grab it and go. Sounds like a breakfast cereal.
Shoots and
scores.
Special breakfast.
Well, she's an influencer on one of those. What is it? TikTok? She's got 40 million viewers or something. I don't know. Scores again. Margin back to 7. 23-16. QUT hanging tough at the moment. They just need a little run of goals themselves.
Veve gets her hands on it. And Gardner to throw in.
Stour draws one out. She's got it now.
So they're sticking with the double team here on Rikas, but it doesn't seem to be bothering her at all.
I don't think anything bothers her. No. So, you tell the world economy's collapsing. She's okay.
Oh,
shoots and scores and gets another one. We joke, but Rikas is playing some game. She came in late for Riley Holland. And I mean, it was late. And it is 24-16. This looks like she's, was there from the start. Macy Gardner gets a hand on that one, still with QUT. No, it's not. It's gone the other way. It's with the Cougars. I wonder why Adams Tahara was walking out of the circle. I know now why. They fire it down. My with it. She's been impressive today. There's Stow getting more involved. My looks at set it up.
Oh, great contest there from Gribble. Gardner just onto that straight away, but a really good ball there from Gribble. Just needs her defense to back her.
Great elevation by Lily Gribble. Reekers gets it, turns, shoots. Same result, 25-16. We need a timeout. It's coming. QT Paul Stewart calls the timeout. And we're going to get to the huddle. So we'll be listening into the huddle, see what words of wisdom Paul has got to get this side inspired. You might notice that the teams are wearing black armbands for the Kiera Fitzgerald's brother has passed away, which is why she's not here tonight. That's why they're wearing the black armbands. Let's listen in to Paula.
We're actually throwing it into their hands. I want us to make sure there's the space, hold it long, and having a look. I'm going to just put Keisha Kigo in at wing attack. So.
So just some positional changes there. Looks like Keisha Grant's going to come back on at wing attack. And just to finish, our thoughts and prayers to the family of QUT, and particularly their young mid-quarter Kiera Fitzgerald for the passing of her brother. That's why they're wearing the black armbands. So margin is 9 here, QUT. They're fighting hard. Cougars just that little bit better at the moment there, Hannah D.
Yeah, look, they're definitely a fighting team, and just knowing how the team culture works at QUT, you can guarantee they won't give up. They'll look at, you might look at that and say 9, but they're going to go, that's, only a few turnovers, couple minutes, easy.
It is. Like, you've got to think of it as 5 turnovers. And the 5, you score off those 5 and then your 4 centre passes, it's all tied up. The moment you start thinking 9's too big, you're done. So, QUT, very positive side, big family-oriented side. They've got it right now. Well, actually, it's with the Cougars. They need to stop here. Any changes in the break other than, looks like Grant's come on at wing attack?
No, none that I can see. QUT sticking with the same combination. And why wouldn't you? Sorry, Cougars.
Cougars, they're exactly the same. We'll see probably one of the Fitzpatrick sister, well, the other Fitzpatrick sister come on, Naomi. She's been coming on second half for a lot of their games.
She has been, and she works really well in combination with her sister Vivian. So
again, Grant with it now. There's Batchelor again. She is just driving the circle. So I think she would have covered, what, half a kilometre by now.
I dare say, so this goes for her 8th goal. A little bit lower percentage-wise than we normally see her. Only at 67. Adams Tahara, though, at 100%. So plenty of positives still.
So she scored 8, Adams Tahara 9. So they're sharing the workload. Probably not the way to win, though. They probably need to get it to Adams Tahara more, yeah?
Yeah, I completely agree. And you can see the Cougars. Rika's has shot 20 from 24. Stour only 7. So she's playing that feeding role. Stour just loves that feeding role. She doesn't thrive on the big moments as such as Batchelor does, and it works.
The ultimate team player, and speaking of team players, Ruby Bakewell-Doran there, pick that one off. Back at you, Danielle Taylor, and away go QUT again. They're still in possession. Grant with it, fires it into the pocket. Gribble.
Forcing them out.
There with it now. Batchelor still working. I don't think I've seen a GA work this hard so early in a match, so consistently. Oh, it was on the right option to Adams Tahara. Just couldn't pull it in. The margin of 10, 6 to play in the second quarter. Hannah D just went a bit wrong last pass.
Look, I've got to say, danger signs. I called the margin at the around me, think that was crazy, but you know what? I don't think it's that crazy anymore.
Hannah D. I'm still reckon they'll win by 2. Go QT. Send my check as soon as you can. And the ball back with Garden on the outside. Finds Stour. And Rika's in the air. Gribble. No, she's called for the contact. Rika steps across Gribble. Smart play. And gets what we call the shooter's roll. And gets goal number 22 for her, is it? Rikas?
21.
21. That was close.
Very close.
I was keeping mentally in my head there. Do you believe that? I got a bridge to sell you. So back with My swings it across. This time, Gribble.
Again. Her arms are just so much longer than everyone expects, I think.
Is that a compliment?
It is. For a keeper, absolutely.
No worries. So there's Bachelador again. Fires it across this time to Veve. And, oh, nice work by Adams Tahara. Draws the contact call on Kamo this time. She thought she had it clean. Not so. So this tip bring it back to 10. 10 is, it's manageable. Remember, they got it to 8 pretty quick, so they're not pulling away with it, Cougars, as they do to a lot of teams. So if they could just get a run on here.
The thing is, though, it's not a question of whether QUT can catch up. For me, it's a question of whether the Cougars will ever drop. And we've seen them all season. I don't think they'll drop.
So again, Bachelador sets that up. The tactic is working, because that way Kamo had to take Bachelador out of the equation, and it opens it up. So here we go. So QUT, they've scored a couple straight now.
Double team on Rikas, but that leaves Stour to do exactly that.
Don't do that.
And boom.
And that's why you don't do that. So the Firebird training partner gets the goal, number 29. And we've got a timeout called by the coaching team, Liz White, Amanda Vanderwall for the Cougars. What do they say on this one?
Go team.
Go team. Okay. Go team. We'll listen in to see if the go team gets called. And Liz, she doesn't have a lot to say. What she says is fairly poignant.
The plays come across to his
Well, I'm not sure we could hear anything there. Liz was talking through the mask, and I couldn't read the lips, obviously. And
you can't blame her for being COVID safe, Millsy.
She's very COVID safe.
It's not convenient for us right now, but it is sure convenient for the greater good.
It's not the most exciting TV you'll ever see, watching Liz's mask move. But let's go the other end here, and there's Bachelador. She's wiping the sweat off, and why wouldn't she be? She's run a million miles already today. And the news is Lenora Miss is still on the bench with the ice on the knee. I don't think she's going to take any further part in this game. So she hurt her knee early in the first quarter. It was close. I think it was only a margin of 2 when she did it, and it blew out a little bit then. So it's 10 now. It got to 8 really quickly. So QUT are actually matching it with the Cougars at the moment. We've had some changes, and it's gone the way of... Geez, no, it's gone the way of... there's lots of changes. Let's start with QUT. There's a new centre in... looks like Grant's gone to centre, Veve to WD. That's where she played for the Firebirds, I believe, wasn't it?
It certainly
WD.
was.
So that's probably not a bad move.
Played there very well, and we actually just spoke about the Thunder, the key WD for them. The winning team was Chloe Littleland. So putting her back into that wing defence position could just open up the court for them.
Littleland played well. Let's look at the Cougars. They've had a change. Looks like Newmarta's come on at wing defence. That's the only change I can see. Help me if I'm wrong.
You are absolutely correct, Millsy.
Jeez, you said that a lot today. So 31 to 19. Margin is 12. Grant finds Newson. This youngster playing way beyond her years. Grant goes back. They look in. They find Newson in the corner. There's some speed out there now. You've got the Ferrari at WD. You've got Grant in the middle and Newson at wing attack. They're going to try and burn him with speed.
Certainly are, and Grant just loves to run and run. So I feel like this combination could be a really smart move from Paula.
Of course, Grant is a Queensland representative in touch football, so she knows what she's doing about speed.
Oh, Stour again. It's so casual.
Stour, we've said she does a quiet game, but she really hasn't. What are we up to?
She has not. She's only shot 9 goals, but 9 from 10, and just at key moments.
It's what she's doing outside as well. That was great work there by Newmarta. And this turnover, will it hurt the QUT side? It looks like it might. Oh, Rika's refed. Inside super shot range now. This time she drains it.
God, she's good.
33 to 20, margin of 13.
She gave herself a clap then. If I were Martina Rikas, I'd be clapping too.
The big crowd here is clapping. Don't forget, Wednesday night, prelim final night. The loser of this game.
This Wednesday, Millsy.
This Wednesday coming. This Wednesday coming. As opposed to...
Next Wednesday.
sorry, my apologies. This Wednesday coming, we're here.
It is, of course, condensed at the end of the season
It is,
due to our COVID mishap. So
Yeah, that's filthy disease.
important to note, midweek netball. What more could you want?
Well, there's nothing else to watch on a Wednesday night, is there?
No.
What about The Bachelor?
Oh.
Is that on? I don't
No,
know.
turn that off.
Turn that rubbish off. Watch us. And they fired across here, QUT. We digress. Grant with it now. Looks down, finds Newson in the pocket. Bachelor wants it, doesn't get it.
Oh.
Eventually she does in the air. Probably not the pass to throw to her.
It wasn't, but it was great patience from Newson to see Bakewell Doran go up high.
So, missed opportunity there. Bachelor missed a shot. Adams gets the rebound but couldn't score herself. Doesn't get the second rebound. Margin 13 about to be built on here. Macy Gardner in the pocket. Oh, that was spectacular, but she just went out. That was Taylor. Thought she kept that in. That would have been special.
Gardner just knows exactly where Stour is going. This shooting duo, long range, pretty much the entire game. I mean, these stats at that distance is so special.
Don't forget they're defending an undefeated season, 14-0 at the moment. And you might say, it's just the same team as last year. They've had 4 changes, players left, plus they've had injury problems. So it's not the Cougar side of last year. And they lead this one by 13, trying to get themselves into another grand final. They've been in every grand final thus far for the HART Sapphire series. And at this level, Liz, of course, is 15 out of 20.
Wow.
So, as a winning coach. So, Forster Rikas, she scores another one. It's slipping away here. The margin is 14. And we're just inside 10 seconds. They're going to have to get it in quickly. Grant does that, fires it across Bachelor door. Beautiful tip on to Adams Tahara.
That was spectacular.
13 the margin. A bit of energy now for the QUT side coming in at half time. It's 13 the difference. It's all Cougars at the moment there, Hannah.
Certainly is. I've called 15. They're 13 ahead. Can they get there? Can they make it more? Or can QUT climb back from this?
Hannah, we've got to pay some bills, so we'll get the second half action when we come back after these very brief messages from our sponsors.
Hey Nerdy fans, Netball Queensland is seeking your support for our Diamond Spirit program in 2021. This program is absolutely amazing because it provides opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students in the most remote and regional communities in Queensland. Every dollar that is raised will go towards the leadership programs and also providing the opportunity for people in those most remote communities in Queensland to play the sport that we absolutely love. Your donation will make a huge impact on the lives of our Diamond Spirits girls, simply giving them the opportunity to follow their dreams. So, to donate today, jump on the website or make sure you make a donation when you register for Netty in 2021. And don't forget, if your donation is greater than $2, it will be tax deductible.
Welcome back. It's halftime in the major semi-final in the HART Sapphire series for 2021. It's semi-final day. We've already had one great match, the Thunder and the Jets. Thunder 49, Jets 43. This game here is the winner straight through to the big dance on Tuesday week. And of course, the loser is back the Wednesday coming up in 4 days' time.
Yeah, so extra pressure really for the loser because they've got to play midweek and then back it up on the week after. So if you're straight through today, it makes your life a lot easier recovery-wise.
So the story so far is it was even. We had an injury to Lenora Missa. Looks like her knee has suffered an injury again. We're not sure what the extent of that is. Cougars pulled away. QUT fought back. They fought back really well. Got it back to 6 there at one stage there. And unfortunately, the Cougars, just in the last part of the second quarter, have blown that out. There's Bella Sorby. Of course, she hurt herself in her knee in the grand final last year. So great to have her in the crowd. She'll be back, I'd imagine, next season. Just what the Cougars need, another strong player.
Oh.
They're struggling at the moment, aren't they?
I feel like they've got too many to choose from right now.
Well, let's assume Bakewell Doran picks up a contract somewhere.
Oh,
then
yes,
we'll just
let's
bring
definitely
Sorby
assume
into
that.
there, you know, just like-for-like replacement almost. So 35-22 here. What are your thoughts here? Can QUT fight back, Hannah Davies?
Oh, look, I have no doubt they're going to fight. Can they win? I don't think so.
So coming into this one, as we said, Cougars averaged 70, QUT's 56.6. Defensively, the Cougars let in 42, and defensively the QUT Thunder let in 43. So unfortunately, 35 at the moment. They're on track for 70 again, which is their average for the Cougar side.
An incredible average, really, when you think about it.
It really is.
I can say in my own netball games, we've never hit 70.
The two times these teams have met, Cougars have won both of them. Round one was 64-57 and mid-season was 67-48. So, and they've got all the finals experience. They've played 4 finals and they've won 3. So the Cougars are definitely the team for everyone to beat. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Our major sponsor, our principal partner is HART Sports. We thank them. They've been with us since the conception of this tournament. Our major partners and sponsors are Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, I'm just drinking that right now, and Powerade. And the official partners, Bondi Bite, Strap It. All the pictures today being brought to you by the incredible team at Double Take Sports. And it's quite a team. They've got extra cameras. It's Gina, Rob, Zach, Caitlin, Fausto. He's back from shooting a shark movie. And, of course, Zoe. They're all here.
Don't tell me Sharknado has a further sequel.
I think we're up to Sharknado 57. And our cameraman, there's Lenora Miss on the bench. It's the right knee, but they're playing with the left. That's awkward. I'm sure it's the right knee that was at ice on it. It was really red there.
It was definitely the right.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? He's rubbing the wrong one. Can you get a message down to the physios? So,
Millsy has now taken on a dual role as commentator and QT physio.
I talked to both coaches before the game, and they were saying how it's been difficult. You know, they've had a lot of Zoom sessions, and they've had runs beforehand. QUT brought in their sports psych as well through the QUT uni. Obviously, they got access to that, and they brought in their sports psych just to keep the vibe positive. And it's just it couldn't have come at a worse time. If it had come at round 6, we wouldn't have cared less. But literally, we locked down a week before semi-finals. Like, it was just devastating for the league. So,
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cougars just lived together momentarily for lockdown, just to keep the team vibe at 100.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just one of those things. So second half gets underway, and it's the Cougars by 13, 35-22. You got any stats for me?
I do. Shooting for both ends really good. Stour 10 from 11, 91%. Breekers 25 from 30, 83%. So she's taking the bulk load for the Cougars. QUT Adams Tahara really good, 12 from 13. Batchelder, honestly, not having her best game, 10 from 15, 67. We know she's capable of a lot more. It's probably all the workload she's doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, she might be down on shooting, but, gee, she's playing the game of her life as a goal attack, trying to open it up for Adams Tahara. So you'd have to say probably most of the goals that Adams Tahara is scoring are as a result of the great work that Batchelder is doing.
Oh, absolutely. She's an absolute workhorse across the entire court. Circle entry conversion, really good from both teams. 90% for the Cougars, 81% from QUT. Cougars a little bit better on the turnover, 3% better. And infringement's pretty even. So without looking at the score, you'd think it'd be a lot more even.
It's just that, unfortunately, the Cougars make you pay. You make a mistake, they score. So, we've got a stepping call here on My. Sister Gemma in the audience, of course. She'll let her know about that one at Christmas. So down we go. It's any changes since halftime. Let's have a look-see. Cougars look like they're exactly the same. Oh, hang on, Fitzpatrick's... No. Fitzpatrick's not on. I can't see any changes. Hannah and Davies, can you?
No, I cannot. They have both sides, same.
There we go. Oh, they got in their own way there, the two QUT defenders. Both had eyes for the ball. So back we go. Stour, who we said is having a quiet game as she hits goal number 11 out of 12, is it? No, yes it is, 11 out of 12 at 92%. Wish I had some quiet games like that.
I know.
A quiet game for me was like sit down on the bench, Davo.
Interesting call here.
Is it a breaking call?
I think it was a step.
Step, okay. As long as it's
Saw
not a
the
coach
arm
killer.
movement, but
So we fight across here. We're still with Cougars. They look like they could be advancing to the final. They lead it by 14. And
That's 15. I've called it.
I called
The
it.
game can just stop now.
Wind it up. Oh, that's a tricky centre pass. And
Tell
it
you,
didn't
Millsy,
work.
if it gets beyond 15, that's pretty insane for the 1 and 2 to have that difference, you know?
Yeah,
My
it is.
petition for the Cougars to enter the Super is
It's
sounding...
gaining momentum, isn't it?
It's gaining so much momentum.
So, it's a shame we don't have like a national club comp. Like, obviously, each state has a league that's the equivalent of the HSS.
Completely
and
agree.
It'd be great if we could just have a club comp somehow. But again, that's a funding thing, and that would be a nightmare to try. And let's start something new during COVID. So, see how that works.
You're
for
kind
us.
of referring to the Fusion team, but unfortunately, the last 2
Yeah.
years, it's just not plausible.
It's the world of sports, not just netball. We're all getting hurt, you know. Like, I run trophy businesses, and you know I get the feel across all sports. They're all feeling it across the whole country. So it's just great that NQ have managed to get this tournament back on. There was a thought process there a little while. We might not even finish the season. So well done to them. Well done to Suncorp and Super Netball for finishing as well. They get the grand final next Sunday. Next weekend.
Saturday, 2:30.
Here.
Tune in.
Are you commentating?
Channel 9. No. Shocking.
We didn't get the call up, eh?
But Channel 9 here if you need.
Oh, I've been saying that all year. I even know a couple of them. So, but alas, nothing. So they fired across. It's back with QUT. Batchelor again working so hard. And remembering she's on Bakewell Doran as well, so it's not an easy task what she's doing. She's with the ball now, has to go back, gets herself in the circle, it opens it up again. Adams Tahara steps in and scores. We're back to a 15-point game, 40-25. It's getting a bit tough. There's only a quarter and 11 minutes left in this one. Hell ball here. Here it is. This is the start of the comeback.
So, Millsy,
Yes, ma'am.
right now it's looking like the next final is going to be QUT and Thunder.
Yes.
I hate to think about this stuff early, but with a 15-goal margin...
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but it seems that way. Should QUT be worried if they lose this, or do you think they'll still fight back to the final?
Oh, I think we said right at the start, you and I, it would be a QUT Cougars final.
We did.
But then we didn't think that the Thunder would beat Jets either. So
No.
we've been proven to be wrong.
Yes.
So, look,
It does happen occasionally.
sometimes in final series, you play your grand final early. And I just hope Thunder didn't do that today. You know what I mean? So, and it can happen. Like, they could come out Wednesday night and just be flat because there's such a high beating the Jets, who beat them twice this season. You know, so everyone in the netball world thought the Jets would
Remy
win that one.
Camo, while we were talking, just stepped out, took the pass as if it were her own.
Either way, Hannah Davies, it's going to be a great game.
Well, it
And
certainly will be. And Danielle Taylor has a real crack at that, but Lisa Maimai picks up the scraps.
So, Roselli's seen a lot more court time than she probably thought she'd see in this one.
Can pretty much guarantee you that.
Probably thought, yeah, I'll come along, I'll munch on a few lollies, get my picture taken. But here she is. She was on, I think it was about the 6-minute mark she came on.
Speaking of substitutions, you can't see it on camera yet, but Sopali Malama Tuitama Alsop has just taken on goal attack for QT.
Well done. You got it out. You've been working on that whole
So
season.
again,
Congratulations.
I've been working on that for, what, 14 rounds?
You've done good. Played hard, done good. So she's got the ball now. Do you think it's just sheer fatigue on Batchelor, or like the amount of work she's done?
It's hard to say. I think she just needs to rest and come off. I feel like some of those younger players, I feel like these young players with so much talent, I feel like they just really benefit from sitting on the bench for even just 5 minutes, just observing, check out what's happening, what needs to be fixed. So I think this is a good move from Paula.
So great work there. Forces a turnover. It was Vava who ended up with it, and we've got a stepping call, unfortunately. So the goal's not converted by the QUT side here. So Cougars come away with it again. They lead it by 18. Remembering this is a team that averages 70 a game. They're at 43 now. Long ball in, Rikas fires it across. It's the Rikas show at the moment. He's got all the
Not wrong,
moves.
Millsy. 32 from 37 now. Batchelor has retaken the court, so that was
a very short break.
it was.
She's
but
had a minute. She's had a minute off.
She has. She's replaced Adams Tahara, though, interestingly.
Going to shoot her. Maybe they think that they can open the circle up. You got 2 movers and shakers in there now, so that's a different scenario rather than just having your target. So that might get Camo moving, and already Camo's starting to move on the player. So not a bad tactic.
The other thing to question is if the Cougars perhaps underestimate Sopo, could that open up her?
Well, it's 18 the diff right now. Let's see how it works. Sopo pulls it in beautifully.
Good hands.
Back to the door. Shoots
there
again.
There we go. She's back. I'm rooting for this comeback.
That minute and a half off that she had off has worked wonders. And she's 2 from 2 since she's resumed. Of course, it's Cougars taking on, looks like it's the Tigers up there in the Ruby game. I can see 32-28. I don't know which way that's going. So that's a 4-point game at the moment. They're in the third quarter as well. So back we go. Veve fires it back. There's Sopo again.
Millsy, do we feel like the score has a little bit to do with the fact that Lenore Misa is off? Like we're saying, they've lost
an international
Kira,
player,
unfortunately. So losing Misa as well.
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
just a series of unfortunate events here.
Lenore Misa, sometimes, like we've commented, you know, she gives away a bit, but she's always that threat in the air. Like, you know, you just can't throw it into Rika's. Like, I reckon she would have got some of these balls off Rika's if she was out there, just simply because of her. Oh, Taylor, brilliant. Nearly stepped. Controls it well. Oh, Roselli pulls it in.
I do completely agree, though, Millsy. And Lenore Misa, she's not the tallest either, but she just comes from nowhere.
Yeah, well, we've said about her elevation, and Paula said it's not just her elevation, it's a hang time. And it really is. It's one of those things.
Did you just see that from Stour, the behind the head pass?
I saw it.
Hope we can get a replay of that because that was awesome.
It was quite brilliant, and Rika's finishes with the shot. And we're out to 19, possibly 20 with the Cougars centre now. And it's starting to fall away a little bit for the QUT side at the moment. At some stage, maybe it's rest legs times because you're going to be playing on Wednesday if you don't turn this around real fast. But then again, you don't want to get bad habits either. You've got a big semi-final to play. So Taylor with it, fires it across. Roselli has the ball. Down they go. Oh,
straight into the hands of Bakel Doran. It's looking almost too easy right now for the Cougars.
Yeah, Rika's somehow pulled that in. Stour turns to the shoot, and of course she scores. And we're out to a 20-point margin, 47-27. So Stowers must be, what, mid-90s is she shooting at the moment?
93.
93.
You're spot on.
And we're saying she's having a quiet game. Boy, oh boy. Maybe we got that wrong. Baxeldor shoots and scores. And she's keeping the QUT side hanging around. But if they need to get this margin, I'd say, what, you've got to get this margin back to about 12 by three-quarter time to have a chance in the last. And then you got to win the last probably 20-8 to try and have a crack, and that's tough in itself.
And like I'll say it again, the challenge is not staying with the Cougars, it's beating them.
Lily Gribble swats it out of the hands on the shot. Rika's contacts a win there to QUT, but they throw it away. Oh, it's still with them. Numata couldn't pull it in.
It's almost luck, that pass.
QUT again, Veve fires it across. And into the pocket, there's Grant. Oh, brilliant pass here.
Sopo just held that so nicely, and a great finish from her.
Her first?
First from one, 100%.
Sopo gets the first of the game. Oh, Numata. Call the cops, she stole that one. And Rika's.
Oh, Rika's, like, she has got to be just one of the most fantastic up-and-coming players. She's at 35 from 42, 83%. This is her first season as a regular in the starting seven.
It's frightening.
It's so frightening, but so exciting.
Yes. Anyway, we've got some shooters coming through. I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I would have loved to see our 19 team go away. The shooting. Oh, Bakel Doran out of the hands. And
she's got the throw in. Umpires called Cougars.
Must
Sopo
have
looks
hit
a
it
little
back into the hands,
confused.
maybe? So must have got the clean swat into the hands and then it went out. So
only Ruby could possibly do something like that.
So, oh, good gribble. Oh, clash of bodies here. Oh, no. Is that Veve? No, she's all right. Oh, man, I had a sick feeling then. Saw Veve go down. You wouldn't want to lose two players in this semi.
Especially one like Veve.
Stour continues this impressive shooting. That's goal number 14 from 15. QUT, they're not playing badly. They're just getting outclassed at the moment. Oh, Sopo does well.
Remy Kamo takes a tumble. Again, a
Contact
harsh
call.
call against Sopo.
Must have clipped her on the way through. Kamo did end up on the floor. Oh, brilliant play there between Stour and Mai.
Mai's ability to just stop after how fast she is going is insane. I pray for her knees every time because she goes from just 100 to stopping so fast.
So we've got a flash score around the grounds. It is 38-32 now in favour of the Cougars, taking on the Tigers in the Ruby. There's the long shot there. It misses. It comes off Rika's last. So we'll try and keep you up to date with that if we can. So 38-32. Looks like there's about a minute to go in the third quarter in that one. So back with Verver. Knew she's gone to WD. She couldn't pull that one in. Verver, of course, at centre.
Millsy, is that 2 Cougar sides in 2 major semi-finals?
Yeah, it is.
My goodness.
I don't want to tell you that one of the 2 last year either. So, it's a factory over there.
It's insane.
It's a netball factory. So it surprised me. They haven't got a major sponsor. They're the best franchise in the league.
Maybe they need one. The red, perhaps Coles.
You're calling it? Righto, Coles. Well, Riley Day from the Olympic team mentioned that she
worked at Woolworths.
Next thing you know, she's pulled the
sponsorship.
Woolworths sponsorship, yeah. How good were the Olympics? We've got to get netball in the Olympics. It was fantastic.
And by 2032, surely some of these players on court right now?
Absolutely. We could be saying, we knew Ruby Bakewell-Doran when she was just playing for the Cougars. So that's what we could be saying.
And that's the first name I was thinking as well when we said Olympics.
Got to get it. And then speaking of Ruby
There she
Bakewell-Doran.
goes.
So we've got to get it in there first. We're inside the last minute.
Oh, that pass from Mai. Such a bullet. Oh.
It is showtime at the moment by the Cougars.
My God, they're just showing off now.
Not really. They're just playing brilliantly. They've come to play tonight, and it's now a 22-goal margin. And again, I can't stress, QT are not playing badly. So it's back with Grant now. Like, this is perfect play by Grant. She's on the circle, fires it back into the pocket, and they find Bachelor. So it's not bad play by QT. It's just every post is a winner for the Cougars at the moment. Bakewell-Doran hunting again. This time, Kamo gets a hand on it. Back to Dakota Newsom. Brilliant. Sobo has it. Kicks it back out. Ooh, Stour nearly had a crack there. They just can't get it in the shooters at the moment, so taking the tall out probably hasn't worked for them. And it was 18 when that happened. It's now a 22 the margin. So they've gone down by 4 since they took Adams Tahara off. We're inside the last minute. Bachelor with it, doesn't get the call. Looked like a clash of bodies. So another impressive quarter to the Cougars. They lead it by 22, 51-29, the major semi-final. The winner through to the grand final. Can the QUT side fight back? We'll find out when we come back from these very brief messages.
As a small-town girl from a tight-knit family, I was nervous about moving to the city to study at QUT. But I soon found my feet, thanks in part to the Uchiri unit, who help Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students like me adapt and thrive. At QUT, I've taken every opportunity that's come my way and was named the Queensland Law Society's First Nations Law Student of the Year. It's been a challenging journey, and QUT is helping me succeed.
Welcome back. It's second game in the doubleheader in the HART Sapphire Series semi-final day. Brisbane North Cougars taking on QUT Netball. There's a few Lossa Numata fans, and she's on the court at the moment at wing defence, and it's all Cougars at the moment. They lead it by 22, 51-29. My name's Dave Mills, joining commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, it's the Cougars have been super impressive today.
Oh, it's just Cougar City right now.
Cougar City.
They are bleeding red, leaving nothing on the court. This, 22 goal margin with 15 minutes to play. Any other team you think, oh, they got, 22 goals. Maybe this wouldn't be their strongest quarter, but I can guarantee you now, this is the best to come.
So the big news is that Riley Holland hurt herself pre-game, so she was out of this one, being replaced by Martina Riekers. Tell me how she's going.
Martina Riekers, she is having such a performance, 37 from 44. And Millsy, I want to take you back to round one. She didn't start. She wasn't really a starting shooter. Riley Holland, of course, was. She would come on. She'd actually have a few, nervous shots to get her going. Fast forward now to this final, and she is just
there's no nerves
superstar. No, and I think she just thrives off that environment. I'm seeing so many young, so talented players. They just love the pressure moments.
There she is on camera right now. She'll probably give us a wave if she sees the camera. She's a very relaxed individual. Makes, I think she's a TikTok influencer or something they call it. I don't even know what that is, but that's what she does. So she is a superstar in the making. And, of course, the big news for QUT, it's quite sad news in that their superstar defender, Lenora Missa, has re-injured a knee. We think it's the right one. There was a serious amount of ice on it. She did that about the 6-minute mark in the first quarter. We haven't seen her back. And, of course, she's had 2 knee reconstructions, and that is not a very good sign. We're hoping and we're praying that it's just a bit of a twist or a bit of a yank or something like that, and she'll be back. I'd say Wednesday night looks like QUT probably, unless they can turn this into a netball miracle, they're probably not going to be straight through the grand final.
It would be the miracle on Timber, but I don't think we can turn it into that.
Wow, look at you go. So the Cougars get us underway again. They lead it by 22. I guess QUT, they just want to win a quarter. This would be great if they could take the last quarter. We've talked about this last year. The Cougars used to lose a lot of last quarters, not so much this season. And they're underway again here. Will we see the Cougars clear the bench? Will we get... Well, has there been some changes? Let's have a look. Looks like there's a change at wing defence. Have we changed Fitzpatrick's sisters? I think we have.
No, definitely.
Is it Vivian?
Oh, Millsy. Yeah, Naomi is definitely still on the sideline next to Losa Nuimata, though. So she's got a quarter off. I don't think we're going to see Bianca Catalini on. She's looking very relaxed in her hoodie there next to Riley Holland. Yes. I don't think she's ready to jump on court.
Yeah. When you don't even wear the uniform, you tend to think you're not going to play. Coach might have had a word. Probably taking the strapping off.
Gotta love it, though. You're coming out on a Sunday night. You're probably not going to take the court. You're just here for the enjoyment. Well, she clearly loves the Cougars. Why wouldn't you?
They'd be drinking the sponsors' product, bit of Powerade, get that into you. There'd be some lollies on the bench. There's usually a muffin or two. So margin is 23. Cougars at the moment continuing to just push on. Riley Bachelor, she's moved back to GA, so her break was to spend a fair bit of time at shooter. And Adams Tahara back at shooter. They probably need to get that front end just humming a little better so that they can go into the semi-final, prelim final with confidence.
Oh, great balance there from Riekers. Almost takes out the umpire.
So Gribble gets called for the contact into Stour. I was behind her, contacted her, and Stour responds. Now, Stour, has she missed more than one yet?
She's missed a mere 2, 88%.
Mere 2. I see what you did there. Well played. That's brilliant. I knew I'd rub off on you eventually. Oh, thank you. So the ball back with the QUT side now.
I was talking about Zach over here.
Zach, of course, our EP today. We've got directors, we've got EPs, we've got 4 cameras. It's bigger production than Channel 9 in the cricket. So back we go with Riekers. She's done a little bit more refeeding than we normally see. And again, Taylor this time gets a hand on it, pushes it away. And Bachelor back in a familiar GA role where she does a ton of work. Adams Tahara needs this and does. Adams Tahara's stats are pretty high, yeah?
Oh, they certainly are. 17 from 19, of course.
Just need to get that volume up, don't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Bachelor, it's interesting. We talk about it all the time, but she takes a pretty equal weight, 15 from 23. Unfortunately, not her best shooting game. Luckily for QUT, they've still got the semi and then potentially the final again. So it's not the end of the road yet at all.
That's the importance of finishing 1-2. You get 2 bites of the cherry. So if you have an offish day, you get another chance. Of course, your Brisbane Lions, they fought into 4th place last night, so they get another chance.
Certainly is. So they know exactly how it is to make that top position in finals.
So, oh, Bachelor goes down hard.
On the knees too, but
Doran
gets up with a smile, as only
smile on the
Bachelor
dial.
would.
And Adams Tahara this time draws the contact. So this will get it back to 20. So QUT are leading the quarter by 2. And it is 20 now. So they're digging deep. They need to win the last quarter, or at least be competitive. They'll take that confidence into the semi on Wednesday night. And it should be a belter. That, of course, will be the Thunder versus QUT. And boy, oh boy, the Thunder were impressive today. Just kept answering everything the Jets threw at them.
And there she goes, Martina Riekers again. That's goal 41. And incredible when you look at 56, isn't it?
It is. I think she had a 50-point game about mid-season. We called it. We couldn't believe it. And then,
Mia Stour. Sorry, Milsey. That movement was insane from her and Macy Gardner.
It's a great connection between the two of them. They've got a brilliant understanding. Go Cougars. There's the crowd. I think was that the Losses family? I'm not sure. Away we go. Stour shoots again. And it's back with QUT. They are down by 23. Cougars have settled. They fought it back a little bit, and now it's back to a 23 margin. So don't forget, of course, the prelim final is on this Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. So we'll be on air about 20 past 6 p.m. So you up for that one, Hannah D?
Oh, boy, am I. I mean, QUT are going to be reeling from this. Paula's not going to be happy. No one's going to be happy. We have a disappointing injury from key player Lenora Mesa. I'm questioning, can she turn it around for Wednesday night?
Yes. I can answer that question.
The answer is yes. And then, of course, coming up against Thunder, who are really just starting to play some of their best netball.
Well, Thunder, of course, the coach said to me, I'm just excited. This is the strongest team I've had all year, and I've got it at the right time.
Yeah, no. and they're not
she
wrong
was
at
right.
all.
She was
yeah.
100% right. So, Thunder coach, Jess... Oh, we've got a timeout here. Yeah, so she was pretty pleased. Looks like it's going the way of the QUT side. The margin is 22. That's what it was at three-quarter time. The big question is, will the Cougars get to 70 like they average? And they're only 12 away with 9:15 to play. We're going to listen in and see what Paula has to say to her troops. So pretty much what we said, they want to win the last quarter. In positive news, there's Lenora Missa on screen. She doesn't look too hampered. Like, she was walking around, having done a knee a couple of times, you tend to be limping. And she's weight-bearing, which is an absolute massive positive. So she might be back for Wednesday night. Well, obviously, if you want to keep up to date, fans, follow the news, views and interviews, follow the sapphireseries.com.au, or you can join the QUT Facebook page. They're pretty good in giving updates on the individual players and that, so QUT Sport would be that. You might find out. Obviously, she'll have scans tomorrow, so maybe later in the day or Tuesday we might know what's happening with Lenora. So back with the Cougar side at the moment. They lead it by 22, 9:10 to play, and it's all them at the moment. But this has been a good last quarter for QUT. They haven't pulled away at all. Yeah,
they're even so far. So I hope someone's told QUT that, because they looked a little dejected at that break there. Understandably, this is obviously not the game they were wanting to have, but regardless, they always say finish how you want to start. This is the quarter to do it.
That's what you said, is what every coach says. The way you finish is usually the way you start, and you try it no matter what you're playing. You just want to win that last quarter and take some momentum into the next game. You're 100% correct there, Hannah D. So, and a little bit of energy's gone out of the room. They did look dejected in the timeout. They've had a major injury today. There's obviously been a death in the family, and they are a family. It's a real family club. And so maybe there's just a few other factors that we don't know about that are going on, which has led to this sort of performance. And hopefully they can bounce back.
I think you're spot on there, Millsy. And like we know exactly what you said. They're so about family. We're all absolutely feeling for Kira Fitzgerald. We know QUT were just so devastated. So I think you're right. It's a lot of factors. It's not just, perhaps just not their night. In a week's time, if they're back here, and 2 weeks' time,
exactly
anything
right.
could happen.
Exactly right. So the only thing we know for certain is Cougars will make the final. They lead this one by 23. There's 7:45 to play. So they're into their third consecutive grand final. That's an impressive record. Trying to see the scoreboard. It looks like it's 46-38 in the Ruby with about 9 minutes to play. I'm on a fairly acute angle. Can you see any better than I? No.
Certainly cannot.
So.
Oh, what a block
Doran
there.
again.
She just never stops moving, that girl.
We're at the point now where we expect that from Bakewell Doran.
And there's the replay there. Just...
Oh, thank you. I'll have that. That's well done. That was brilliant timing.
Perfection, and the way she follows it up.
All that plyometrics training they'll be doing has certainly worked for her.
She probably does it in her sleep.
Just swats things in her sleep.
Yes.
That would be weird to see. So 62-37, 25 the margin. QUT, it looks like both teams just starting to go through the motions a little bit here. QUT obviously don't want to get any more injuries. And do you rest?
Oh, there she goes again, Bakewell Doran.
At what stage do you rest some of your stars, or you just keep the momentum going? I'd be taking Balchador off because she's run from here to Perth in this one.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. I think realistically, Wednesday is the focus now.
I mean,
so.
They're not going to win this one, unfortunately, with 6:20 to play, and the margin is 24. I'd love to see it, though. Wouldn't that be exciting, Netball? 24 goals in 6 minutes.
Oh, it would be pretty insane. Maybe one day.
So we're on 70 watch. Will the Cougars make 70 and will Rikas get 50? How are we going with both of them?
Well, Rikas is only 4 goals off, 6 minutes to go. I definitely say she'll make that. And
this will be her second 50-goal haul of the season, I believe.
It will be. That's a pretty awesome statistic to have.
And
Adams Dahara, though, she's been really accurate today. 22 from 25, 88%. So a really great game from her. She hasn't had full court time. Perhaps that's also a bit of resting for Wednesday night. I think Paula probably has a lot of faith that Riley can back it up for Wednesday, let's be honest.
Well,
she definitely can.
Well, she's clearly an athlete. So ball back now with Rikas again. Goal number, what's coming up here? 47 or 48? Goal number 47. So Rikas 47 from 54 at 87. Still quiet at 17 from 20 at 85. My God. So back we go. Oh, contact here. Gardner went through Veve there. So Veve with it. The latest wing defence for the Firebirds. Into the pocket. Adams Tahara does well. Keeps it in. She gets goal number 40 for QUT. So they're a little bit down on their output. Hannah Davies, are you watching this on Facebook at the same time? Because your name's just popped up there.
It does say I am.
Is there two Hannah Davies out there?
I do encourage watching it on all streaming services available for full experience.
We haven't seen your mum pop up today.
No, we haven't.
Mum usually pops up, has a little comment. So.
Must be busy at home.
Lots of people are, including a lot of the Queensland Suns men's teams and coaches. Kelly Gibson, President Stephen Kerr, and Joel Wise, of course. They're all watching. So men's netball taking off 65-40 with 4:20 to play. And the Brisbane North Cougars have called a timeout with 4:20 to play, leading by 25. And that is just professionalism personified. And we'll go in and listen in to see what Liz has got to say for this last 4:20 of the major semi-final. Looks like it's going to be a positional change, seeing Rikas might not get goal 50. I think she's coming off.
That hurts. Putting Catalini on.
That hurts. Rikas at 47 out of 54. She is coming off. Catalini's going to goal attack. We looked at her a little while ago. She was in the hoodie, looking very relaxed. And Stour will go back to shooter. Not a bad move. You want if Catalini's going to have to play in the final, which we're not sure she will. I'm sure Holland's knee will get better. There's a chance that Catalini may have to shoot. So we'll have a look at that. And it's... Tell me, have they swapped the Fitzpatrick sisters? I think
You'll
they have.
learn one
I think they
day.
have, haven't
Unfortunately, they're both wearing wing defence, so it's hard to know.
They're killing me. That's it.
I can't help you.
The Tigers sisters kill me, and it looks like the Fitzpatrick sisters are the same. So Liz, the consummate professional, she still wants the team to push, push, push. They lead it by 25. They're in the GF. They're going to the big dance. And now QUT just looking to get through these last 4 minutes, I'd say. They can't probably, or they could still win the quarter. It was 22 at three-quarter time. It's with them now. So a few changes. Newson is at wing attack. And, I mean, the big one there is Roselli has played, she'll end up playing about 54 minutes of this game, which is way more than I think she thought she'd play. And nice patience here being shown. There's Batchelor again doing what she does. Opens it up for Adams Tahara, who shoots and scores. So let's get on QUT watch. Rikas is come off at 47 from 54. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm surprised she's come off.
That hurts.
We're pretty surprised to see Catalini on. Not disappointed by any means, but definitely surprised to see Rika's come off. She's been a standout for me today.
So loose pass there from Numata, who's gone into centre, not connecting. So means Macy Gardner's having a well-earned rest. Rikas is having a rest. And one of the Fitzpatrick sisters is having a rest. I'm going to go with Vivian. Have I got it right? Come on, help me.
You're exactly right. Naomi has replaced her sister on court in wing defence.
So another goal there gets the margin back to 23. So they could, this one here will draw the quarter. So since the time, oh, it's a loose, oh, Veve picks it up. Into Adams Tahara, steps in, misses the shot.
So in the bigger picture, Millsy, if QUT can finish this quarter even with the Cougars, that in itself is really good.
Absolutely.
Particularly for Wednesday night's game against the Thunder. Based on the performances we're seeing tonight, who are we thinking for Wednesday? Thunder,
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Or QT?
Look, it's QT. For me now, I think it's a mental thing. Like, they've just copped a bit of a hiding here, a bit of a spanking. It's whether you can bounce back. If anyone can make a team bounce back, it's Paula Stewart. The way she set her teams, remember, she won this in 2019. She won the Ruby in 2020. She hasn't lost this tournament since it started. You know what I mean? So if anyone can get the team right, it's her. We don't know the extent of how the family's feeling, like they are a family with the loss, and depends on Lenora Missa. You know what I mean? So if they can put those demons aside, and they call them demons, then yeah, they can come out and they can be very competitive against Thunder. And Thunder was super impressive today. So
I think you're right. It's a lot of pressure on Lenora, but I think she's really integral in that defense for QUT. So I'm going to say if Lenora's back, I think they can do it. But the Thunder were looking really fierce today.
So Stour hits the deck now. Oh, there's that sick feeling in my gut again when she hit the deck. We've already lost one for a knee today, so we don't want to lose another one. And 1:45 to play. It's 22 the margin. So QUT are even in this quarter thus far. Yeah, to me, it's you don't forget how to play netball from one day to the next. You know what I mean? At this level, it becomes mental. So it's whether they can bounce back. They've had a bit of a hiding today. They may have lost one of their best players, and of course they got something outside that we don't know about as well. So if they can push those things aside, then yeah, it's going to be a great final, and I'm looking forward to it. Are we on, by the way? I haven't even checked the roster.
We are definitely on.
Oh, well done. Beautiful.
We are definitely
Otherwise,
on.
just buying a ticket. And of course, you can buy tickets if you want to come. You get onto the sapphireseries.com.au website. 6:30 Wednesday night, midweek netball. We love it. And I don't know why we don't have midweek netball all the time. And I'm talking about HSS, Suncorp as well. Take it away from competing with the footies and midweek netball. I love it. So back with Gemma Maimai, not Gemma Maimai, Lisa Maimai. Gemma, of course, is in the crowd. Are you going to get your groupie photo at the end of this?
I definitely hope so. I've been staring down Janelle this whole time, so.
Of course, Janelle had a big game yesterday. It wasn't enough for the Perth side to get into the final. The ball goes out. We're inside the last minute. The margin's 23. So Riley Batchelor has a chance to tie it up. And it hits the front of the ring, unfortunately, and away they go. So looks like Cougars may win the last quarter as well, but a much better performance for the QUT side. They'll take that confidence into the big one. Stour from range, could miss, but doesn't.
Oh, she won't. That's 21 from 25 for Stour.
So that's I can do the maths on that. That's 84.
It is 84. She's the perfect goal attack. She knows exactly when to feed, but is so capable. She's playing goal shooter right now.
Shooter at the moment. Yeah.
But as a shooter, she just has the talent to step up when she needs to.
Probably a good wing attack too. Shoved her in there.
I dare say she is.
Newson's hit the deck. Is she all right? Oh, yeah. Whew. And we've got a contact call here on Kamo, so the last action will belong to Adams Tahara. She shoots, she scores, she gets goal number 45. But it has been, I guess the best word we can use is comprehensive. The Cougars, 69 to 45. They didn't quite get their 70. They're 1 goal off their season average. That's without Riley Holland. Hannah Davies, it was a very impressive Cougar side tonight.
Oh, it was insane. Look, at the start of the match, I called 15 as the margin to Cougars, but they've completely shot beyond that. There was not a player on court today that wasn't near perfection, you know. The best low-error netball that we see in this competition.
There's the two coaches, Paula Stewart, Liz White, two of the best that we have. And, yeah, I'd love to be listening to that conversation. So, 69-45. Let's start with QUT. Bachelor of the best for them?
I was actually going to go with Lily Gribble.
Lily Gribble was good too,
I think she was really consistent across the game. She brought back a lot of opportunity, and I actually thought that her and Taylor worked really well to back each other. Bachelor, of course, really good. Not her best shooting game, though, and that is important. So Wednesday night, if she can just pick that up a little bit, her movement is perfect, of course. Just needs that to finish it off.
The amount of work she did was incredible. Yeah, so just... I can't put my finger on it, and I say this every time the Cougars play, I can't put my finger on where they win it. They just play better. You're going to race off and get your photo. So... because Jill is leaving the building. So, and yeah, so the Cougars just too strong across the board. Well, let's talk Cougars for the moment. If you had to get a player of the game, which we have no bearing on anything official, by the way, but if you had to, which one of the superstars do you give it to?
I feel like it's got to be Rika's.
Give it to Catalini. It was a good 4 minutes.
I don't think she even had a shot. So. 47 from 55, 85%. And she's one of the newer players to, not the team, but to this level and to be starting and playing 60 minutes. So she has just gone from she's got so much future potential.
So she was impressive. That would have been, she got taken off very late and couldn't get the 50 goals as we were calling it. Liz, what are you doing? And missed out on the opportunity, but she's already got 50 goals once this season. So it'll shapes for a big one on Wednesday night. QUT will be taking on the Thunder from North Coast, we'll call it. Caloundra way, that could be coming down into the big smoke for what should be an absolute belter of a match. Looks like we're going to have an interview. I can see Kelly there. She might have got, well, your player of the game there in Martina Rikas, and she will be going down shortly to that. So let's switch down now to Kelly and Rikas.
Okay, what a thrilling game. And I'm here with Brisbane North Cougars, Martina Rikas. Martina, congratulations. You're straight through to the grand final. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels so good. I'm so happy. We've worked so hard for this moment, and now we're here. So the job's not done yet. We still have one more to go, so just see what happens, and yeah.
Fantastic, yeah. So you've got a little bit of time now to prepare. What are you guys going to do in this bit of length of time?
Like I said, the job's not done, so this week we're just going to keep going, train hard, same thing that we usually do every week, and yeah, get ready for the final.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll let you go celebrate with the team. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great. Thank you, and good night.
Thanks, Kelly, and that is a great interview there with Martina Rikas, our player of the game for this one. Don't forget, we're back here on Wednesday night for the prelim final. Thunder, who beat the Jets today, and of course the QUT side who just lost to the Cougars there. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Principal sponsor is HART Sports. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade. They make up the major partners. The official partners is Bondi Vite and Strappert. All the pictures today brought to you, and we had some new features for the crew at Double Take Sports. Gina and the team, thank you, fantastic. Hannah Davies, thank you for your time today.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll be back Wednesday night. Don't forget, we're on air just before 6:30. About 20 past 6, we go live for the prelim final in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It's bye for now, and as always, be brilliant, people.